day. There was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
Welcome to Tea with Lilibet. Well, it's nearly spring in Melbourne, so I feel like it's a really good time to start thinking about my wardrobe. If you've seen other wardrobe declutters that I've done, you'll know that I renovated my wardrobe around 3 years ago. And since then, I've decluttered a few things, I've collected a few more pieces, but I'm still feeling like my wardrobe isn't where I want it to be. I have less space in my new apartment for hanging my clothes. My ultimate goal is to have a smaller wardrobe, but I have struggled to declutter some things that I don't wear that often, but I still really like. So I've decided to take a different approach, and that is to create a yearly capsule. I've had success with creating a capsule in the past. I created a winter capsule for last winter, and it was just such a beautiful experience to have less things in there, to be able to quickly put outfits together, and I want to replicate that, except doing that on a bigger scale. The steps for today are firstly to identify all the items that are currently hanging in my wardrobe that I definitely know that I want to declutter and take them out. Then I'm going to get the items from my summer wardrobe that are tucked under my bed out and do the same thing. I'm also going to create some maybe piles, and then I'll start to put my capsule together. Once I've created that capsule, everything that I'm not permanently decluttering will get put back into the storage containers and go under the bed. So let's get started.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like you. Look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me
So my goals for this capsule are to create a low maintenance wardrobe with mix and match pieces that I can easily create outfits from. I would love to get a baseline of the optimal number of clothing items I should have in my wardrobe at any one time. Finally, I would like to identify any gaps in my wardrobe of items that I really would like to have. I also will be decluttering some clothing that I definitely don't want to keep. I've been in this place for 9 months now, and there's some things that I haven't worn at all during that time. So I've created some piles here of items that I'm definitely decluttering. A sleepwear pile, which is not included as part of this process. This all includes my summer things as well. And looking at the pile of yeses from my summer wear, there's no way that plus the yeses in my wardrobe are all going to fit in there. So I'm going to have to think about how to do this and maybe get a little bit tougher on what I'm going to put away. I'm also going to remove my scarves and some of my underclothes that I keep in that wardrobe hung up. I don't know where they're going to go yet. They're just taking up space in that wardrobe when they can really easily be in a drawer or some sort of box. So I'll take those ones out. The next thing I'm going to do is sort the clothing into categories.
And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you.
I'm actually feeling a bit stumped about how this is even possible. I'm going to have to get a lot tougher with what I keep and what I don't keep.
And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down.
I've heard the suggestion on YouTube to select words that represent your style. The words that I'm gravitating towards at the moment are casual, elegant, and comfortable. Because of my health, I can't really stand a lot of fitted things on my body these days. And also with my work as a music therapist, I need clothing that moves and stretches with my body. And I just don't feel like wearing stuff that's as tight anymore. I like that feeling of fabric just sort of flowing over my body. So those are my words: casual, elegant, and comfortable. The other thing that's happened is that I got a color analysis done a couple of months ago. A friend of mine told me about this company called Bespoke Image. Imogen Lamport is the woman who runs it. She has these training courses that she runs regularly. I went along, it was completely free. It took about an hour, and I had one of the trainees do my colors. The results were interesting for me. It confirmed that I do actually have a warm skin type, which is what I was leaning towards. But there was also a big surprise for me in the color analysis, and that is that I should be wearing deeper colors. I've gone really light with my wardrobe and I've been really enjoying that. But according to this, my color palette is called enigmatic. And the description for enigmatic is: as the autumn days cool down, the warmth disappears from the day, colors fade and soften. Deep taupe is your black. I do have some taupe things. The description for my palette is deep, warm, and soft. So it's more like dusty colors. Really bright things and fluorescents don't suit me at all. I've known that for a long time, so I was on the right track with that side of it. It's got a lot to choose from. There are sort of like yellowy creams, oranges, rusts and reds. There's some purples in there, but they're warm purples. Some blues on the warm side, and then greens. I don't know if you can see those greens there. The ones that my consultant told me to go for are these ones that are more like an olive green. Yeah, this one is called a deep olive, and she said that one would particularly suit me. And then my white is soft white. And there's this beautiful sandcastle color, which was another one that she said would really suit me. And yeah, it was interesting to get it done. I'm not planning to change my wardrobe drastically, but I will keep this in mind when I'm styling my outfits and also for future purchases. So I've decided everything that's going to stay in that wardrobe. It's a little bit squishier than I would have liked, but I don't have a lot of room to work with. And the other half of the wardrobe is all leisure wear and coats and things that I don't have space for anywhere else. So I will show you what I'm going to keep and what I'm actually getting rid of permanently. But first, there are a few things that I want to go through that I'm not quite ready to let go of yet. I have 3 silk skirts that I've absolutely loved from Silk Laundry, and they're absolutely beautiful. This one has this gorgeous horses pattern on it, and I've actually gotten quite a lot of wear out of this for dressy occasions, for casual, and for work. And then I've got 2 other skirts that are exactly the same cut and size. Classic leopard print skirt. And the next one is also an animal print, but with white and black. And this is probably the one that's most likely to be decluttered, just because it's got that bold black print. And one thing I learned in my color analysis was that big bold prints really don't suit me that well. So as much as I love this skirt and the other 2 silk skirts, I'm just finding that I don't reach for them as much. I'm not quite ready to let them all go yet. With everything else that I'm not sure about, it's going to go into that storage underneath the bed. And then maybe at the end of summer or another 3 months after that, I might look at decluttering them. The other thing that I'm going to put into temporary storage is this skirt. You might have seen this in previous videos. I wore this a lot last summer. It's like a cotton material, and it's got this beautiful little stripe on it, which sort of works as a neutral. But I've since gotten a pair of pants in the same fabric that I much prefer. It's very flattering. That's the back of it there. It's got pockets, a wide leg. So I think this one is going to be worn a lot more than the skirt. So the skirt's going to get put away and see if I end up missing it or not. The other thing I want to do is find another space to keep my jeans. They're quite thick and they just take up room that I really need to use for items that need to be hung. I think I'm just going to do a tidy up now, and then I'll go through all the items that are definitely going to be decluttered. I don't know who needs to see this today, but maybe it's you. I hadn't actually planned to do any rearrangements of my dresser drawers or my side table as part of creating this capsule, but I needed to find some space for my jeans and the other things that don't really belong in the closet. My side table has needed to be decluttered for a while, and I can definitely make better use of the space. So I've got my pile of things that I'm permanently decluttering, and I just want to go through the box that I put up in the cupboard at the end of my last bedroom declutter, because I had some things in there that I want to go through again. Most of the stuff in the white box is actually lounge and sleepwear that was just worn out, and the fabric just needs to be recycled. So I'll just go through the items that I am going to be decluttering. One of them is this gray skivvy or turtleneck that I got a few years ago from Country Road. It's got holes around the neck and under the arms, and I've repaired it a few times, and it's just time to let it go. So that one's probably going to go with the recycled fabric collection. I feel quite nostalgic about this. This one is a stretchy denim skirt from Jeans West, which is an Australian brand, and I used to love wearing this. It sort of sits above the knee, and it's got some nice stretch in it, and I really enjoyed this, but I'm just not feeling those shorter lengths anymore at this point in my life, so I'm going to give this one away to someone else who will enjoy it. So next is this pair of jeans from Just Jeans. It's actually a girlfriend style, but I wear it like a snug fit. This is the Amazed jeans from Just Jeans. It's their own label. It's got that little design along the front there. I have 3 other pairs of this jeans. I'm wearing one of them right now. This is like a mid denim, and I have one that's exactly the same as this. I don't need another rip pair of jeans, so I think I'm going to give this one away. Someone else will enjoy this with the rip in it and get some value out of it. Next is an Elka Collective faux leather A-line skirt. It's a beautiful skirt, and I actually haven't worn it a lot. And I think the reason for that is the length of the skirt. When I bought it, I was still wearing things that were above the knee, and that changed quite quickly after getting it. So it's just time to let it go. Even though it's the perfect color for my new color analysis, I'm going to sell this one. So that will go in the brown bag with all the things for sale. Next is this Country Road stretchy maxi dress. At the moment, I'm really into looser clothing. I have hung on to it for a little while to see if I would wear it, but I don't. So that one's just going to be given away. And then next is this linen viscose jacket from Just Jeans. It's like a dusty pink color, and I have really enjoyed it. It's quite a short little jacket. It looks cute over dresses and things like that. But it's just seen better days, you know. It's really time to let it go. I might give it away because someone else might still get some value out of it, but I've got my other linen jacket that I prefer to wear now, so I'm going to let this one go. And the last thing that I want to show you is this beautiful silk dress. I bought this when I renovated my wardrobe. At the time when I got this, I was really trying to complete my wardrobe. I wanted to have an outfit or a dress or something to wear for every occasion. And so this was going to be my dressy, formal kind of dress. And it's this beautiful Gina silk dress. I think it's a silk cotton. Let me just check the fabric. Yeah, 75% silk, 25% cotton. It's a really beautiful shimmery dress. I don't know if you can see that in the light there, but it absolutely shimmers. And it's got this gorgeous cap sleeves. You can probably also see how sheer it is. When I chose this dress, I got a slip, a full-length slip to wear with it. It's got this gorgeous waist that sort of curves upwards, and it's a bias cut and just sort of hugs the body. It's quite modest at the back there, but it really clings to the figure. And once again, you know, my body's changed and I just don't feel great in this sort of thing. It's just too thin, it's too light. I feel like if you perspire in this kind of thing, it really shows under the arms. You get a really big patch of dark, and yeah, it's just not a practical choice at all. You know, I've never actually used it for any occasion. I've only ever worn it at home. So I'm going to sell this thing, and yeah, someone else will get the benefit of this. It does look really retro. It looks kind of 40s when it's on. It's absolutely beautiful. So someone will appreciate this. This is going to go in the bucket for selling.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try to make up dreams just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside you, oh quiet.
This is what my wardrobe is looking like after creating the capsule. I've also moved a couple of the knee-high boots up to the top of the cupboard and brought some sandals down. I would have liked to have things spread out a little bit more, but I've got a very limited amount of space that I'm using. Considering it's got all my summer and winter things in there, I don't think that's too bad an effort. And then in the bottom drawer here, these are more like layering pieces, short and long sleeve tops and some tank tops. And then at the back there are my winter woolens that go underneath things. And there's room for 4 pairs of jeans. I've got 3 in there at the moment, and of course I'm wearing 1 pair. And then the changes in the dresser, This is where I used to have my sports bras, but I've moved them out, put my scarves in there, and it sort of makes sense to go with the beanies that I had in there before. And all I did was just bunch up my socks to one side and put the sports bras and sports tops there. And I also decided to reshuffle the books on the two shelves of my dresser and move some of the things that were in the bottom drawer of that side table across to there, because there's plenty of room and I wasn't really making maximum use of that space. As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't planning to declutter my coats and leisure wear as part of this wardrobe declutter and reorganization, but I wanted to give it a quick tidy up, and I will be looking to replace a couple of pieces that have started to get worn. And one of the main ones is my cream leather jacket, which is really starting to show a lot of wear, but I haven't found the right replacement yet. So for now, I'm keeping everything on this side of the wardrobe. So looking at this in more detail, those are my work pants there. I've got two jackets, one's long sleeve and one's like a 3/4 sleeve. Those are my overalls. 1, 2, 3 dresses with sleeves, and I've got 1, 2, 3 sleeveless dresses. 3 pairs of linen pants. 4 skirts, 2 of them are denim. One is more of a dressy viscose material and the other one is linen. 1 pair of shorts, my chambray shirt, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, including the one I'm wearing is 5 long sleeve linen shirts. I do love my linen shirts, so I use these all the time, so I know that they will get lots of use. That's a linen top. 1, 2, 3 linen-y kind of short sleeve tops. That's Rami fabric, but it's similar to linen. And then I've got this silk long sleeve top, which I really do want to use more than I have been, because I found out that this color is one of the star colors on my color wheel, so hopefully this summer I will use that more. And then I've got some tees, 1, 2, 3 t-shirts, 1 tank top. I'm also wearing this white tank top, which I love and I wear all the time. And then 2 cardigans. One is a long line cardigan and the other one is sort of mid-length and quite thin and light, which will be good for summer. And then I've got this summer jumper pullover with a v-neck, a turtleneck for winter, a scoop neck for winter, and 3 pullovers. So that one is quite a thick one. It's a v-neck with a collar, a crew neck. This is the one that I really want to replace over time, but I've been looking for the right one to replace it. I just haven't found it yet, so to hang on to that until I do find the replacement. And then my cloud color v-neck, and then there's this, it's a leather vest. It's quite an unusual shape, but I got it for gigs really, and sort of like that sort of thing. And then I've got a top and a dress that are sequined. They're gig clothes as well. So those 3 items, the vest and the top and the dress, are gig clothes. And then over this side of my wardrobe, I've got my winter coats here, and these are more like trans-seasonal coats, a trench, a light puffer, a raincoat, my leather jacket, and my denim jacket. And then the rest of this is sleep and leisure wear. In my count, if I include the coats, 6, 4, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, and then 52, 53, 54, and then in this drawer 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. So if I exclude my gig clothing, which doesn't really form a part of my everyday wardrobe, I essentially have a 60 item wardrobe. Now, I would love to get that down a little bit, maybe aim for 50 pieces, but I think this is a really good start for me when I think about where I've come from. I have around what I think is about 20 or 25 items tucked underneath my bed, and I'm going to pretend that those things do not exist and just use the 60 pieces that I have in this wardrobe and in my drawer. I might do that for the next 6 or so months and see where I'm at the end of summer as I'm moving into autumn. I know that there are some items that I do need to replace. I feel like I've also identified some gaps. I would definitely love to have a dress for special occasions because I've gotten rid of that silvery silk dress. So I'll be on the lookout for something that's a little bit more practical than that particular piece. I would also love to get a winter skirt, maybe a faux leather skirt to replace the A-line one that I've decluttered. So I'll be on the lookout for those items. There's a few other things that I would like to do. I would love to replace the pink crew neck jumper with something that's going to last a little bit longer. There's one other item that I would love, and that is a really good quality pair of jeans. Something that is like a girlfriend style, fitted but not super tight at the top, but tapers in down the bottom. Being 5'2", it's challenging to find a pair of jeans that looks good on me, that's not too skinny, but also are comfortable to wear. So that's why I've kept these Just jeans for so long, because they're just a really good fit and easy. But I know that they're not the best quality jeans. They're getting pretty worn out. Thank you to Casey and Barbara for helping me to name my grass tree. His name is officially Ludwig van Beethoven, after one of my favorite composers. I've been keeping a careful eye on the spike flower, and unfortunately it has wilted a couple more times, but every time I douse it with water, the flower comes back up. So crossing my fingers that it lasts and survives, but I will let you know what happens. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And if you're new to Tea with Lilybet, I would love to welcome you as a subscriber. As always, thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Wow, my bedroom is looking so much tidier now. I hope I sleep like a baby tonight.